Most of us here are kind people who are happy to help others in need when we can. Or at least we try to be. What happens when that gets you in trouble, though? Someone constantly coming up to you for help or advice, and you keep giving them your time and energy over and over, and suddenly you can't stop. Now it's taking away from the energy you should be using on yourself. What do you do then? Sit tight, and we will discuss our experiences with being a people pleaser and the cost of being too nice on this episode of the Top Dogs Podcast. I'm Stream Arcadad.
I'm Whiplash Wolf.
And I am Revenge.
So, guys, I think a lot of us, when we go about in our everyday life, we like to help our friends out, be nice to people. We want to spread positive and good energy, right? That's kind of what we do. We're content creators. We make a podcast. We want to help out other and feel, we want to help out others and make sure that they feel good and try to help them out whenever we can. But so I'm kind of curious, what is you guys' definition on people pleasing? What does it mean to you?
Everyone's version is going to be different. But for me, when it comes to people pleasing, it's making sure that the person you're trying to help or the person you are giving advice to or the one that you're going the extra mile for, you're making sure that they get what they need, that they are successful and they are able to finish whatever they need to be finished to make myself happy or to make myself more meaningful, if that makes sense. Kind of people pleasing is just like going the extra mile for me to make sure that they are taken care of and making sure that they got what they need.
I have to agree with Revenge on this one. I feel like people pleasing with me is going the extra mile for other people and trying to look after yourself. You're looking after other people that you may care about a lot, making sure they're all right versus yourself, honestly. It seems like you're wanting to appease other people, like, I don't know, in case even they may not like you, you're just trying to make them like you for who you are by doing anything you can for them, which could be involve also spending money for them, which, to be fair, my past is also like that, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm away from that now. But yeah, people pleasing is not really a good thing for me. It can be a good thing for other people, but yeah.
I feel like people pleasing has like a different depth and meaning to it. It all varies to people. I love helping out people and make sure they feel good, they feel happy, but at the same time I kind of feel the need to do it. I don't know why I feel the need to do it, but I do enjoy like inspiring people. And I know that life is kind of difficult. It's hard. It's not easy to go through certain things. I feel like it can be something that's a little bit toxic or bad for you. Oh man, I don't even know how to get about this. I feel that my ideas are coming out wrong, and then my French is coming out, and I'm translating. Basically, like just people pleasing is just to make sure that people feel good. They don't feel left out, abandoned, rejected. I think the fear of rejection is something that I'm very cautious about. And I've been rejected all my life. When I was a kid, I was bullied at school a little bit. Nobody wanted to be friends with me. So every time I have the opportunity to make friends, I want to make sure that I don't get rejected. I don't get pushed away. So I'll do whatever it takes to help them out. But at the same time, I get great satisfaction from helping out people. I've been doing it for so long that I actually kind of enjoy them. So when I see those people grow and become a better person, I'm kind of proud of them. But I'm also like, I'm kind of proud that I was able to help them out and make them feel better. Because I keep saying to people, the day you're going to leave this earth, what do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be seen as this jerk who didn't care about nobody, only cared about himself? Or you want to be seen as this guy that was always willing to help out people, be there for them? So it's kind of where I kind of sit into this. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, you do have a good point. It's hard because, Stream, you and I, we've talked about this a lot when it comes to stuff like this. We have the mindset of feeling the need to take that extra mile to help somebody out and then watch them succeed. And then we're satisfied because we help them or help guide them to this point of their successful endeavors. And not expecting anything in return or having anything in like we're expecting to have something to come back to us. So that's completely how I feel in this aspect, because it's like we're like the same person. I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah. I love you, man, so much. You're such an amazing person, but you kind of bonded to me really quickly, and you were there for me, defending me, helping me out with my business. I'm just flabbergasted sometimes. I'm like, why? Why did I do, or what happened for me to get your, your dedication like you do? It's like, I don't understand, because usually I'm the one that does that. So I'm not used to having it back done to me. So it was kind of foreign to me. It was, I don't know. I don't know. I'm at loss of words right now.
Well, at least for me, and this is only the first question, but at least for me, in an aspect of when I see potential in somebody, it's not that I get attached to them really, really fast. In my mindset, I'm becoming invested in this person because one, they actually show that I exist. They give me the time of day to actually acknowledge that I exist on this planet. So I'm already invested in this person because they already took time out of their schedule or whatever they have going on, simply just to say, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, we're doing good. Hey, we're having this event," or if you want to come hang out on Discord, you acknowledged my existence. So right then and there, it's an automatic investment. Like, this is a person who I want to have with me for life, and I don't want to lose them. And I
So
think it's the connection point where it's like when you're talking to someone, getting to know them, and trying to figure out like what their needs and wants are, it just is like an automatic switch for us where we just are automatically there, and then we just want to make sure that this person is taken care of and make sure they have everything good to go with not repercussions, but nothing expecting in return.
would you say that you feel kind of validated by your presence, or by their presence, and also gives your life some sort of a purpose? Because it's kind of something we all look for, right? We kind of look like, what's our purpose in life?
I think for me, having someone like just literally just them just saying hi to me, or them just like, "Hey, we're on Discord, we're playing Dead by Daylight, or we're just chatting, in Discord if you want to come hang out." I think it is for me because my childhood was horrible. It was devastating. And I think having other people validate my existence is probably has a lot to do with people pleasing.
Seems like you guys at least had better experiences with people pleasing versus me, at least. The more like I keep trying to people please, the more I keep getting away from it, because the more I'm just realizing it seems like the people I try to like help out just use. I would feel
Yeah.
like sometimes that people pleasing can be somewhat of a toxic trait. It's a good way, good things, but a bad thing at the same time, because in the end, yes, you should worry about your friends that will be there for you, that will take care of you, that you will take care of them, that will always be there for you in your life, and be able to spend time with them and actually, know they'll be there for you just in case anything may go wrong, goes down, or you'll be there for them if something goes on in their life, like maybe they lose a loved one. Pretty much someone they can lean their head on, they can talk to, they can be with, so they don't feel alone in their time of needs. But at the same time, you also have people who just use you for the aspect of, maybe they're having a bad time, but they need money from you, or they want to borrow money from you, or something like that. And you want them to be in a better spot. So, being a people pleaser, you give them the money to get into a better spot so they actually can, go past the like wall they're in right now.
You ever had an experience where like extended people pleasing and helping out has led you to kind of burn out from them, or just be done and fed up with them?
I wish I could say no, but it's been too many times at this point.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I can relate to that. There's so
And
much you can do for people at some point.
it's funny now, like especially being 30, I'm starting to like. I feel like especially for people who watch who are in their 20s, throughout your entire 20s, you will learn yourself as a person, and you will fix mistakes you've made in the past, and you will get past mistakes you make in the future. But you will learn so much in the progress of life. And one thing is learning who the people you will be with or friends you'll have will actually be the ones you see yourself with in the future, having in the future, versus the ones that you may try to please right now, but they just want you for, let's say, your time. They want you for talking. They want you for maybe funds from you. They maybe want just not even like having a good conversation, like hanging out like in Discord chats and actually having a good talk all day. But if you do that with some people, then some of those can be good friends. But always keeping up with those, like in your actual IRL friends group, or like how me, Stream, me, Revenge are, or how all three of us is actually. What am I saying? Like we keep in touch. Like sometimes I'm bad on honestly keep in touch with you guys, but I know for sure that we're always going to be friends because we've always had that connection with each other. And I see that you guys will be my friends far in the future, honestly. But there's some people you have that feeling with that you know that they're just gonna be here for like maybe a year or two, and then they're gonna be gone, or maybe a few
Yeah,
months.
they drift away, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Me
So
personally, on when it comes to friends, there's no expiration date on my friendship. It's not because we're not talking and interacting that reduces the amount of friendship we have over like about each other. Like time kind of freezes from the moment I see you, then I don't see you, and then we come back like a week or two later. There's no time gap for me. Mentally speaking, socially speaking, there's no difference. Whether it's been a week or a year or a decade, I'm going to see you as if I saw you yesterday. Like, I don't know if it's like an autistic trait or an OCD trait, or I don't know. I've heard like things about that, but I've never like really related with time fading out friendships. Is that something you've dealt with in the past, Revenge?
Oh gosh, more times than I can count. It's led out to so many burnouts. It's ridiculous because, like Whip said, there are times where people will be there for a lifetime and people will only be there for a month or two, and then they're just gone. And the person that I am, because everyone's built differently, but how I'm built is I make sure that if I have the ability to, I'm going to take care of somebody who asks, or I'm going to help out somebody who needs it. And then even if I can't do it, I'm still going to do it. And then at that point, it's pretty much like I could really care less about myself. I will figure it out for myself, and I will deal with whatever the consequences come with. And that has led me in so many different directions to the point where I had to, at one point in time, I was homeless for a little bit because I made sure that the friend that I had at the time, they were able to pay their bills so that way they're able to stay in their apartment and have their phone and be able to get to and from work, make sure that they were taken care of, but could really care less about myself. And then, I was sleeping in my car for about 2 months.
Oh man.
And still to this day, I still do it because it's just how I'm wired. And it's hard to derail myself from it because in my mindset, the people who are here in my life now, I need to make sure that they have the lesser portion of worries in their lifetime. And then I can take a boatload of their plate full of whatever issues and stuff that they have. So that way they're able to enjoy the moments, or they're able to take care of whatever they need to, and then I will deal with it so that way they don't have to stress about it.
You're sharing basically your toughness and your resilience with them because you know that they're not going to be able to handle it necessarily, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm kind of like that too. I can take a lot. I mean, Revenge, you know how busy I am and how crazy my schedule are, and I still make it work. I still make time for people that need help. I've been played and toyed with in the past from people that keep sucking up my energy. They ask for advice. I give them advice. They don't listen. They come crying to me again. And I want to help them out because I do believe in them and I do not want to give up. but sometimes I had to take a break from these people. Like I was literally on the edge of a burnout because there's some people out there that don't really want to help themselves. They're not willing to put the effort to become a better person or fix the issues or find solutions. They give up as soon as they trip and fall over a tiniest little thing, right? So I've learned over time to set up my boundaries, which we've done an episode about boundaries if you guys are interested. And Whiplash, you said, some friends, they're going to be there for a month and some are going to be there for years. I'm going to spend a lot more time and invest more of my energy into you guys than I would with just a stranger or somebody that just comes up to me in my DMs is looking for help. I'm willing to help everybody out there, but the difference is I'm going to start drawing lines when I see that you're not listening to the help you're seeking and you're literally going against what I'm telling you. I had a few people that I try to help out. One of them, I'm not going to name his name, I've tried to help this guy out, and he never listened to my advice to a point where he started calling me names and everything. I was like, you know what? I did the best for you. You clearly have mental issues and you need to get help. I'm not going to be this person. I need to draw the line here because I'm going to lose myself in this process of trying to help you out. I need to keep my sanity. I have too much at stake. I have my friends that are close by that I want to be there for. And you're just a leech right now. So I'm really sorry. And I think that's the thing that is the most complicated about this is that when you're somebody that has any sort of popularity or you're a content creator or a Twitch streamer, you're going to get pointed fingers at really quickly if you're somewhat remotely of a word to a person or rude or mean. So that's why I've noticed with time that it's really important to set up boundaries and explain to them that, hey, this is the last time I'm helping you out because you're not listening. If you're not following my advice, don't come crying to me again. Because a lot of these people, those drama furries and stuff, they will use your screen captures against you. So make sure that whatever you write to them gives out the evidence that they were on their last chance. Have you ever had to do something like that, Whiplash, where you had to cut somebody off?
A few people like that, but what are you both talking about? What you were just talking about? I think I've also found out something too. It's probably just knowledge, like learning from life. But I think for some reason, like the people I actually do care about and people I do want close to me in my life, like my RL friends back home, or Andres in the next room, or my other friend, or you guys. I feel like I don't talk to you guys as much. Well, I talk to him every day because I have to. but
Roommates.
I think I'm learning, like, I don't talk to you guys as much because I know you guys will always be there for me, and I'll be there for you if you ever need anything too from me. And I know we're friends, like that's it. We're great friends in the end. Like nothing can really separate us from that. And then the people I try to, talk to every day are the ones I'm also trying to be. What was it? Those are the ones I'm trying to people please. It seems like. I guess it's something that makes sense to me now. Actually, the more I think about it. But also, people getting chances. There was like a few people who like always wanted to like my time and energy whenever I'm like working at work and I can't really be on my phone as much. And they get mad at me for not messaging them back. And then you just have to like be like, look, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I work all like a lot every week, and I can't really just pick up my phone whenever I want to and just answer messages like that. And then people just continuously doing the same thing. I mean, you have to push those people back or get rid of them because obviously those are just leeches in your life. Not worth your mental health trying to appease those kind of people.
I had a few times where people like were messaging me and they were like, "Hello? Question mark. Are you there?" I'm like, "Hold on. Sorry, I am busy. I am at work. I will answer you as soon as I can, but don't worry. I'll be there." And usually I set up my boundaries really quickly, and usually they respect it. Setting up boundaries, you have to do it as early as possible so that people know what they're getting into. And if you get any sort of like sorry, I'm going to say your name, but any sort of whiplash from from your actions and them not listening to you, at least they were mentally prepared for it. And if they want to share it on the internet, then people are going to be like, well, obviously this guy told you many times to be careful and you clearly didn't follow. So this screen capture is completely irrelevant and actually makes you look bad. Revenge, did you ever had to like block somebody out? Because I know you're dedicated when you help out people. Has it ever happened to you where you actually had to push somebody away because, you know, they push your boundaries too far?
Yes, and still to this day, it eats at me that I had to do that to a few people, because when I put my foot down and actually say, you know what, I can't do it, or you know what, this is not going to work out, we need to just hold it for a minute and, you know, just take a step back or anything like that, because I'm going to use a big word here. When I have enabled this person or these people or whoever I'm trying to help out with, I've enabled them so much of my time and energy. When I finally put my foot down and say no, they go on a whole tangent that, oh, so you are now such and such, you're now this person who pretended that you actually cared about me, and like they'll throw in all this extra stuff just to make me feel even worse because I've already said no. So yeah, putting up the boundary for me, it's very hard to do so, but I've had to do it, and I didn't really like the outcome it came with.
I think setting up your limits is the most difficult thing to do with somebody, and putting it in a way where they won't feel attacked or hurt by it. It is like walking on eggshells from my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
I gotta say that the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And you find out what type of phrasing works and what doesn't. Whiplash, did you ever have to like set up your boundaries with somebody and it actually kind of backfired? Have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, I've set my boundaries up before. It was maybe like one or two people. It hasn't been too many people, like, thank God. But they get mad at me for like setting up my own boundaries. I'm like, this is just what I'm comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with my boundaries, then please do me a favor and go away. Because obviously you don't care about people and what their feelings are or the boundaries are. And obviously it's just someone who's just gonna. I feel like people like them are the people who will actually bring you down, like mentally, in the long run, if you don't do something about it quickly.
There's a lot of toxic people out there that will find people that like to do people pleasing, and they will benefit from you as much as they can until you set up your boundaries, and then they'll call you out for it because they are now no longer able to take advantage of you. So recognizing these patterns is something that is super important for your mental well-being. And you know, some people out there are totally worth the effort and time. I've helped out plenty of people and they listen to my advice and I've watched them grow in this fandom. It is the most satisfying thing and empowering thing you can do. Like being popular, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be popular on the internet. I want to be this. Okay, you get recognized, you get that little endorphin boost because somebody recognized you. But then as soon as they walk away and they talk about something else, then, you know, the boost ends. It's not like, to me, it never felt like a true way to give myself like purpose or meaning in life. I found that helping out people and watching them grow was way more satisfying, way more inspiring, gave my life a whole lot more purpose. This is why when I do those TikTok videos, when I do the Dad Advice video series, it's kind of my way to reach out people to do more at a bigger scale and inspire people because life is hard and you got to make the most out of it. Have you ever had a situation with somebody that wanted your help actually ended up sucking up so much of your energy that it was affecting your other friendships?
Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see if I can get through this one, because it still hurts me to this day. Because yes, there was a particular situation where one person, literally, I gave too much attention to. It got to a point where I gave this person so much attention that the person who I was developing a friendship with took like the back burner seat, and it affected them. heavily, which caused a ripple effect for the people who I was living with at the time. And it just devastated everything to the point where I was asked to leave the house and move somewhere else.
Oh boy.
It was bad. It was bad, and I regret everything from that person individually, because it took a lot of time and energy for me to make sure that person was doing okay and making sure they were fine. But then it kind of just took me away from everything else. And it was something that could never be recovered.
Basically, you kind of find out the hard way that this person that seeked your help and stuff ended up causing more backlash than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Hence the reason why I always say be careful. I truly value myself through like helping out people, but some people, they will take more and more until it has a personal effect on your life. They're kind of getting slightly better, but they're causing more issues than good. And putting your foot down with these people, it's something that you have to be very aware of, be careful with. And they can use all these seductive words and, oh, you're an amazing person, I love what you do for me. You'll get a lot of that. They'll try to coax you and, try to make you feel good. But in the end, actions speak louder than words. And their action ended up creating more problems than anything.
Yeah, it wasn't the outcome that I was expecting. It was just something in my mind, and that thought process at the time was, I'm helping this person out to make sure that their life is a little bit better, and the people who I'm living with fully understand, and they always will be there for me and have my back. And now I have destroyed a whole friendship that I thought was going to last forever. And me taking the time to help out that individual just really just caused more damage than anything.
There's a few times where I honestly spent more time in VRchat trying to help people out versus like actually spending time with, like, let's say IRL friends or with friends that I know that care about me and I care about them. But like the people who I try to like people please, they would be like iffy, honestly. Like people like that somewhat give you attention, and some people who just don't take your advice, right? Or like you help them out in a situation, and then you're like, okay, cool. That means possibly you're actually learning from your situation, or maybe we could do something later. I don't know, something in those aspects. But some people never learn, honestly. They always just expect you to be there for them, like to like help them out, give with funds and such. I don't know. I have too many instances of people like helping people out with money. I honestly swear at this point, if I never gave anyone a dime, I could have paid off 2 bills by now, like $25,000 worth at least.
Really sucks, man. But yeah, it's cold reality we're living in.
It is, but that's the point of growing up and learning from your past and your mistakes.
Absolutely.
Stay in the loop with the Top Dogs podcast by subscribing to our YouTube channel and ringing that notification bell. Follow us on your favorite podcast platforms and hit that follow button to get notified about every new episode. Show your love by leaving us a quick rating. Connect with our community on Discord and Telegram, and you'll find all the links in our link tree below. And as always, thank you for your support.
Hey, Top Dogs fan, want to snag some awesome perks while supporting us? Top Dogs Production is proud to be public charity with a 501c3 tax-exempt status. That means that all subscriptions and support are tax-deductible, allowing you to contribute to your cause while enjoying some great benefits. Check out our server subscription on Discord or Patreon and become a podcast supporter to get access to exclusive behind-the-scene footage, join supporter meetups, and use custom hand-drawn emojis featuring the Top Dogs team and chat with the podcast team and fellow fans. Plus, don't miss the new After Dark shows for mature audiences only at just $2.99 a month. Craving more? Upgrade to the Podcast Supporter Plus for $5.99 a month and enjoy episode voting, suggest podcast episodes, and join our live audience without needing a VR chat account or VR headset as we stream live the audience on our Discord server. Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of upcoming ideas, merch drops, and much more in the future. Now, I just wanted to disclose a little something. You've probably noticed that recently, through the past couple weeks and month, our production has suffered quite a bit. A lot of stuff has been happening towards some of our team members or editors, and some of them had new life obligations, studying, work, and stuff. So we're trying to get back on track. So for people that have been following us for a while and kind of being curious of what's been going on, we would like to apologize, but we're trying to get back on track, and we have a new game plan coming up for the rest of 2025. Thank you guys so much for your support. Sincerely, from the bottom of our heart, like, you guys are making this happening. You're keeping us like going, and it's great to be able to see you guys and connect with you guys during our VRchat hangouts.
And when was the last time I was actually on here?
The last time you were on here, I believe the Constitution was being signed.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
My god. Calling out right now. Damn.
Look, okay. It's with
It's good to have you back, Whiplash.
Exactly. It's all out of love. We are so fortunate to have you back with us, and I have a lot of jokes I got to do about you. So you've got to catch up. So it's okay.
That's fine.
We'll
I'm
be
glad to be back, honestly.
How important do you guys think it is to say no to somebody?
100% yes.
Gosh.
I think it is super important, but the art of saying no is a whole different story. Because like I mentioned earlier, as soon as you are starting to be popular, or you're a content creator, or you're a live streamer, if you say no, the risk of backlash and drama skyrockets. Because they're going to go ahead and be like, oh, another popular furry again, another popular for doing its thing. It's like, no, you're not respecting my boundaries, and you're not accepting my boundaries. This is why I say, when you have to set your boundaries and put your foot down, that you are very careful with your words, because you have to make sure that everything is listed in a way that if somebody decides to do a screen capture and put it on social media, well, it doesn't incriminate you. It actually makes them look bad, which I've seen that happen in the past, funny enough. If you feel that you haven't done anything wrong, don't justify yourself to these people out there. They're not worth your time. They're not worth your energy. They're trying to get more out of you. Just cut the ropes, and that's it. It's gone. Usually people that suck up energy like that, or have very toxic trait, they'll find a new victim, and they'll suck the energy out again and again, and they'll spread the same bullshit again on social media, and eventually they build themselves a reputation. It's kind of funny because you don't even need to justify yourself anymore. They're sinking their own ship all on their own, and honestly, might be a little bit sadistic, but it's kind of satisfying to be like, well, I gave you a warning, you're not listening, now you get to learn a valuable life lesson, which actually might be more helping than me giving you help. So I've seen that happen a few times.
Honestly, you know what? Yeah, it's probably time to call out like most of the fandom. I feel like most of the furries who exist on Twitter are there just to do that. And for some reason, it feels like the more newer ones are the ones doing that the most, though. Like the ones newest into the fandom.
I did notice that usually the younger audience is the one that creates the most drama. The 18 to 25-year-old range is usually where I see most of the drama come from. People don't understand that actions means consequences and repercussions. And they think they can go out there and say whatever they want on the internet, and then they wonder why they have no friends.
Or the only reason they have friends is because they have an AD account.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to Johnny K9, All My Friends Are Porn Stars song. If you haven't heard that one, it's a really good one. We had him on the episode earlier before. Great song. It's so funny. It calls out a lot of the people that you just mentioned. I thought it was hilarious.
But at the same time, most of the
Oh,
people
yeah.
who are in the AD group are 18 to 25.
True. I don't know. I just follow the hot dads and bears on on my AD accounts.
I mean, I know Barley doesn't have one, but I like following Barley. He's really chill, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
I love Barley. Barley is amazing.
I mean,
Wait, Barley Burr, like
like the one on TikTok, not him on like Twitter. Like I follow him on TikTok.
the white polar bear with the brown beard, right?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's sweet. He's a sweet bean. I wanted to go somewhere with this. I kind of lost train of thought.
But he's also our age group, so it makes sense why he doesn't have drama.
Oh yeah, the drama of the age groups. Really rare were the occasion that I actually had somebody that was more of a drama queen than the age group, and that guy was in his 40s, and I swear to God, I felt like I was dealing with a 16-year-old. That was I'm not gonna name call. If he hears me, he's probably gonna like name drop me or call. I'm not gonna do it. It doesn't matter. But I was actually kind of impressed because I wasn't expecting this kind of behavior from somebody that age. Usually they're kind of mature about it. But oh well, that's a whole different story. It's fine. It's just drama. It does change the everyday routine. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I tried my best with that person. It didn't work out, and that's fine. That's okay. So we're past separated. We talked it out. Everything is all good now. So, Whiplash, have you Revenge? Have you had like big major issues saying no to somebody at some point where
Oh,
it actually
God.
shambled everything just because you said no?
Yes. Oh, yes. One of them was just God, it was a nightmare. Before where I got to where I'm currently at now and where I used to live at. Friend of mine allowed me to stay in his home, and he had extra room and everything. So everything I thought was going to be okay. And then one day he came into my room and he was like, "Hey, I have family members that are going to be moving in and just wanted to check in." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I mean, you do have 2 other rooms, so they're going to be perfectly fine in the other room." And that's my thought process. We're going to be cool and fine. He was like, "I'm actually going to give him this room." I was like, "Well, all of my stuff is in here, and I don't." At the time, I wasn't planning on moving, so I was like, "That doesn't work out for me. So no." And you have 2 other rooms, which are bigger than my room. So I don't understand why they need this room specifically. And he was like, "Well, it's my house, and they're gonna get this room." Like, well,
Wait,
no.
what?
Yeah, it's a very intricate situation. So when I told him no for the 4th time within our conversation, he was like, "Okay, just want to check in and make sure." So it felt off, but I didn't really put anything to it. And then I didn't hear from him the rest of the day. So using the power of no while you're being a people pleaser, because again, I'm also he's given me the opportunity to stay in his home. That's completely fine. I pay my rent, and I'm also helping him out with a lot of other stuff that he's doing. Just because hey, you're giving me a place to stay, I'm going to do my fair share, if not extra. And
Oh, okay, so it was his house. I thought he moved
yeah.
into your place.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
sorry,
no.
I got
It
that
was his
confused.
house.
That's
Sorry.
for my reaction.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I had the opportunity of where I'm currently at now and what I'm doing now. And before I finally decided that I was going to move out, the day before I was going to tell him I was going to move out, he came into my room again. He was like, "Hey, you've got 24 hours. I'm like, "What do you mean 24 hours? What are you talking about? Like 24 hours for what? Like we got an inspector coming or something like that?" He's like, "No, you got 24 hours and I'm kicking you out of the house."
Oh boy.
I'm like, wait a minute. Just because I said no that your family can't have this room and there are 2 other free rooms. It's like, yeah, you disrespected my entire rules of my house. Like, okay. Well, I don't need 24 hours. I just need 12 to get my stuff and move. Because the one time that I stood up for myself and I said no, it pretty much had me kicked out of a house. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
it was something different. So it was like, after this experience, I don't know how to delegate on how to say no. in certain situations, which I'm still kind of learning. But that's my experience of saying no for now.
Oh, man. I don't think I've had such a bad experience with it, but definitely if you need help, that's for everybody out there. But I think like if you're struggling with a situation where you need to say no, but you don't know how to phrase, reach out to your friends. Reach out to people that are trustworthy, that are good at handling these types of situations. I invite my friends to ask me sometimes like, okay, I'm dealing with this. I don't know how to explain it to this guy. Just reach out. I'll help you out. I'll try to guide you. Just put me into context and let me know how it goes. And never heard any backlash. Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, it's always been well. I've explained stuff, try to make it clear. But yeah, I think reaching out, if you can't phrase it or set your boundaries, don't hesitate to ask for help. I mean, life is kind of hard. It's a bunch of skills you need to learn that is not always granted at birth. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
When you say no to somebody, it's always like a tough decision. Sometimes it will be backlash and it would be drama, but sometimes it actually feels amazing to know that this person is out of your goddamn life. Have you ever experienced something like that in the past?
Oh my god.
There's a few people like that, but I don't really want to go into that because the fact they're out of my life is more of a blessing than anything else in life.
Yeah.
And I don't like thinking of them.
Well, I'm pretty sure it gave you a sense of relief, right? Knowing that they're not going to bother you anymore. They're just out, you're gone, you're moving about, doing your own thing.
Yeah, because honestly, fuck them.
I will censor that.
They deserve it though.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Revenge? I almost called you
Oh.
Whiplash again. God damn it.
Oh
don't know
my
why.
gosh.
I'm so sorry. Look, that's a sign that I'm really, really good friends with you when I start confusing your name. I only do this like with my best friend. It's like it's a sign. It doesn't mean you're not my best friend, but when I start calling you somebody different, that usually means that inside of that best friend bubble, you've reached a center part of it. It's really weird. I don't understand it. Go ahead.
Oh, that's so cute. But yeah, as far as like them not being in my life anymore, or we're just completely gone, absolutely schmucking yes. I censored it myself, but yes, absolutely. And I will gladly say that it is my ex-husband because, oh my God, telling this person no was like dealing with a 5-year-old temper tantrum who would go tattletale to his mother, and then it was a whole downward spiral. It was horrible. So it was just yeah, it was bad. Yeah, the X definitely, because I'm glad they're out. There are a few others, but I will spare everyone that detail. But yes, I'm very glad. And like Whip said earlier, it's more of a blessing that they're no longer a part of the life. We'll end it there because I could go on a whole nother 3 episodes on that.
Well, it's kind of a life situation where there's some breakups that feel great and there's some breakups that feel terrible because we all have, life baggages that we're carrying. And sometimes in relationships, when you're a people pleaser, you want to help them out. So when they enter the relationship, they take all their luggage and they put them on your shoulder. And now they feel great. They're happy. They're having an amazing life. You're bearing some of the weight, but you're resilient and you believe in them, and you try to keep working forward up that hill. And you watch them be happy. That gives you satisfaction. So you keep bearing that extra weight. But then at one point, they keep putting weight and weight and weight, and at one point, you reach your breaking point. So, and when you do the breakup, what happens is that you ended up taking all their baggages they put onto you, and you put them back on them. And now your shoulders feel like they're light and heavy and you feel good, but they're having a horrible time of their life because they're getting all their luggage back and they don't know how to carry it anymore. So I got the feeling that it's something that you've been through kind of experience by yourself.
Oh yeah.
So this is
Absolutely.
why, guys, that some breakups are easier for others and harder for other people as well. It's usually the way it works. Me saying no to somebody that had been sucking up my energy because I really thought they could do it. I really believed in them. But then I realized that I was just being toyed with. Realizing that this person is doing this to me and that I'm about to free myself from them, I actually kind of felt good. For the matter of fact is that learning that you don't need to dedicate your time, your energy, stressing out on these people, and you can actually take that energy back and actually invest it into somebody that is actually going to make use out of it is super satisfying. It's super rewarding. This is why I don't mind the drama. I don't mind the backlash of people like hating me because I stopped helping them, even though I've given them multiple chances, which I'm known for. It allows me to filter out the garbage relationship and toxic relationships that I have, those fake friends that are there whenever I need it. It allows you to focus my energy where it really counts. So don't be scared to face up a little bit of drama. I think that will allow people to reveal their true faces, and you'll see really quickly if you actually want to spend time and invest time into them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly. My words of wisdom is choose your friends wisely and don't choose the wrong ones if you can. The one thing
Lear-
about at least being our ages is the more people you have socialized with, the easier it is to pick out people's immediate, like, God, what is it called?
Toxic behaviors.
Toxic behaviors, picking out their personality traits, all that stuff within like the first 10 minutes of meeting them. It doesn't take that long anymore to choose who you want to be friends with.
You get to decipher that fairly quickly in their behavior. You'll give them your first piece of advice, and you'll see how they handle it, and you'll notice the pattern really quickly. I've been hearing this a little bit more, but a lot of the younger furries are kind of upset sometimes at the older folks for like just removing them, getting rid of their lies, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't do anything wrong." It's just the matter of the fact is, our experience have shown us that a lot of people really quickly reveal their cards of who they are as a person, and they show toxic traits and behavior, and we just don't have time for it anymore. We just don't. If we're gonna spend time and invest time and energy into somebody, we don't want to lose ourselves into it because we've been there. We've been through hell. We've had experiences. So when you see that somebody removes you as a friend really quickly or like blocks you or whatever, and you know they're in their older range, it's because they've already figured you out and they don't want to relate with you. So stop playing victim of your own behavior. You need to figure out what's wrong with yourself, try to do some introspection and work on it. And ask for help. Like, honestly, ask for help. Like, look, I've noticed this. What can I do to make this better? Reach out, ask for help. There's plenty of people like us that wants to help out, but don't abuse the help you're getting because you're going to go right back to square one.
See, for my help is gone now at this point. My help has been depleted.
Energy depleted.
The amount of times, like trying to help people out, trying to quench a California wildfire, but the water's all gone now.
Yeah, we've reached
That's
a
a
point at some
mood.
time. It's a mood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys wanted to add anything to this episode?
Before you start actually trying people please, or if you do people please, the person you get to know, first get to know them for a few months, honestly, before you start people pleasing. Because find out the person you're dealing with, see what their traits are, see what their personality is, see everything about them, see what bad traits they have, what good traits they have, so you don't dig yourself into a bad situation in the end.
True.
Exactly, 100%. Like, it's something that it is very hard to get rid of because I still struggle it to this day. You can literally ask Stream. I struggle with trying not to people please so hard. It is bad.
Because you
But
will bankrupt yourself doing it. It's
Yeah.
insane.
I know that's the problem. I
God.
know I will do it, But as long as the other person is fine, then I'm okay. That's my thought process, and that's wrong. But I can say this, obviously, because I have the experience. But for people who do like to people please or always be the yes person in the friendship or the group or whatever it is, do it occasionally. Because quite a few people, but when I first moved to where I'm currently at now, and I didn't have anything in my apartment, nothing like that. So I went to the local food bank that's over by me, and I was nervous. Like I was all in my thought process. Like I'm really at a food bank. I am in my mid 30s and I should have my life established. I should have a career. I should have money and all this other stuff. And I'm going through my head, and the woman behind the desk who was getting ready to help me out knew something was wrong because I was kind of shaking in the process. And she said 3 words, and it stuck with me. And that really started to help me with my thought process. She said, give yourself grace. So people who are doing the people pleasing and everything like that, you can do it occasionally, but also give yourself grace in an aspect of take a step back for yourself, reconnect with yourself, and figure out, is this going to be a continuation down the road where I'm just going to satisfy this person's needs and detriment my own? Or am I going to be the person, instead of a yes person, say no finally and be able to take my own path and recorrect myself? Really, really, like Whip said, really think about the friends that you have, get to know them, and really understand what their intentions are. If they're going to use you for your attributes or your talents or whatever, that is your call, what you want to do. But I hope that you're able to catch that beforehand before you get stuck in an endless loop.
It's okay to dedicate yourself to somebody to help them out, but do not sacrifice yourself for them. There's high chances they won't be able to reciprocate towards you.
Well, you're kind of out of luck, Stream, because you already know I would, yeah, do anything for you. So too bad you're stuck with it. Same with you,
I'm gonna
Whiplash.
stuck my
Same for
boundaries
you.
with you. I'm gonna say no at one point. No, do not help me.
Do you realize that I will be on first 48 for a murder? This man said no to me. Oh, we about to fight.
We gotta fight.
We gonna fight. No,
Oh,
it's
man.
okay. Yep, you already know I would do anything for you or Whiplash or
I know.
anybody in my friends group. So,
But I know how dedicated you are to helping out people. I'll make sure to never abuse of that. That will be my promise to you as a friend, to never abuse your kindness.
okay, what do we talk about saying things like that and trying to make me cry? We're not doing this right now. Oh gosh.
I mean, I'm the same way too. I rather help out people. I mean, I make good money every month, so I don't care about helping friends out like you, not the other ones.
Yeah.
They're fraudulent
Shoot.
friends.
Yeah, it's great to have people like you guys and then everyone from the Top Dogs podcast and everything like that. It's great to have the group of friends that understand. We have people who are very dedicated to people pleasing and making sure our group is taken care of. But you also understand that, hey, sometimes we do it because we're either wired that way. That's just how we show our love and dedication to a person. And you're able to pull us to the side and be like, hey, I really appreciate you for everything you do. And I'm saying this out of love, but slow down and back up. I mean, like, that's the group of friends that you need that can understand, yes, you have your set ways of being a people pleaser, but they're also able to go to you and be like, hey, I'm okay. I appreciate it, but I'm okay.
All right, everybody. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Top Dogs podcast. I hope that some of the things we discuss inspired you or helped you out or make you understand the current situation you're going through. So remember to take care of yourself, set your boundaries, and take care of yourself. And seek help if required. There's plenty of people just like us that love to help out other people. So, yeah, a people
Exactly.
pleasing, helping another people pleaser, which is helping another people pleaser. That would be a fun chain of things.
That's a whole butterfly effect going on, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye bye now.
See ya. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
And wrap.
Click click.
I clink.
That's what we need. We need like that director's like action board and just have one of those. That'd be fun.
I think it's good. I think that was a good episode. I think doing an episode about I just called it, what was it called?